Hi, what's up? I'm doing this for my Human Sexuality class 2020. Today it'll just be a conversation with two identifying queer members of the queer community. And my name's Zach. I'm the one that is in the Human Sexuality class, and it's been a pretty cool class. I told Professor Keating that I was going to do this. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're probably going to be the only one that watches this, but here we are. And we're just going to have a cool little conversation.
Yep.
So this is my friend Chloe.
Hello.
Hi,
I'm Chloe. I am a 23-year-old, and my pronouns are she, her. I'm graduating with my bachelor's in child development and family studies next weekend, and I have been working as a natural nail technician for about 5 years, and I am a newlywed. I've been married since June 19th, and it's been an exciting time in the middle of a global pandemic, but we made it. We're almost at the end of this dumpster fire 2020.
Sure, dumpster fire, even in these past weeks.
For sure.
But hey, we're here, we're smiling, and we're queer, and we're here to cheer. But anyway, also, I guess I'll tell my pronouns. I identify as he, him, and they, and them. That's what I'm comfortable with.
We love that.
And I just recently married to my partner, my husband, Britt. Don't look him up. I didn't mean to say his whole name. But anyway, that's who I'm married to. And I got married October 4th. I'm proud that I remember. Anyway, during the pandemic.
During a pandemic, it adds like a whole level of a different feeling to whatever you're saying. It's like, I went to school in a pandemic, or I got married in a pandemic.
Right, it just adds a whole nother like jush.
Is it a good jush though?
I don't
That's
think so.
That's the question.
Maybe it's edgy. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna just ask a couple questions, and that'll just flow. Okay. So I'm gonna try to go out of order, if that's okay with you, Chloe.
Okay.
All right. So
I have not really prepared for this interview, so I'm just here.
I did send her the questions.
I'm excited to be here.
Did I send you the questions?
You sent them to me, but I've been working on school stuff for the past
Right. This is the end of the semester.
6 days.
All right. So here we go. What are your thoughts on the song WAP? Professor Keating.
I have mad love for Megan Thee Stallion. Respect her very much. Her business endeavors, her career goals, her education, just the energy that she exudes. Super dope person. The song itself was a low-key bop, but I feel like it was created with the intent to lure the male gaze, like most of her songs.
Yeah.
But she also emphasizes like reclaiming what men have taken from women for generations and generations.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we're reclaiming some stuff that is ancestral and it's in our bloodline. Like, if I want a man to run me a check, I'm gonna ask him to run me a check. And that's the energy that she gives off. WAP, you know, it is what it is. I don't know really what else to say. I don't really have any strong feelings about it. But that's it.
Okay. Maybe should I add my 2 cents?
Yeah.
Okay. At the beginning, I think I would, just because I'm not a huge Cardi B fan, and I had to get that out of my brain, and then look past like how I've been raised. Because I've been raised, I was like, why are they talking like that? But I was like, the beat is great. Like how, like, who am I to like say that a woman can't say what she wants to be done to her body when men have been telling women for how many years that what they're going to do to their body. So I
Making
really
decisions on their behalf.
right. So I really had to take a step back as a man born with genitals, and I really had to say that's really not my place to judge. And you know what? This is actually a good song because of the women empowerment of it. I mean, in video, wasn't my favorite, but it was great that she had all these women and just
A lot of representation.
exactly. It was a lot of different representation in the video. So I think it's just important in this time for us to make sure that everyone feels included in anything. So women empowerment. I'm here for it. I think we did good. Okay. Second question. All right. One more. I mean, not one more, but you know what I'm saying. What is the strangest question you've been asked since you've came out?
I have been out to most of my friends for a while, but publicly, like, I went onto my Instagram and like posted about my sexuality in June, like a couple days after getting married, and it was. I mean, I didn't have any real backlash.
Yeah.
I think people were curious, but like didn't want to ask questions because they probably thought I would like cancel them. But maybe the weirdest thing would be like, so does your husband, like, did your husband always know that you were bisexual, like even before y'all got married? He was like, yeah, it was like one of the first topics of conversations upon like hanging out with each other. Like, it's something that just flowed and never felt like a boundary or like something that should affect a relationship because I love who I love and he loves me and I love him, and the fact that I am attracted to like more than one gender is not a decision maker in our relationship. So
I think it's great. Very profound. She's great. I think the strangest question I have ever been asked was, and I'm going to say it because it's the strangest question. Have you ever, like, have you ever touched a vagina? And I was like, why is that important? I'm a gay man and I've never touched a vagina. And there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean because I haven't touched one.
not that you haven't even like had opportunities to.
Right, and I have had opportunities, but I just never, it never interested me. So I think I'm hoping that in our society that because that doesn't become a thought when I tell you that I'm gay.
What is interesting about that question is like our answers are things that straight people would never be asked.
Right.
Like, you're not gonna ask a straight person in a heterosexual relationship like, oh, has your partner always known that you were straight?
Right.
Or, well, okay, you're in a relationship with someone who is a man, identifies as a man, but have you ever tried like vagina?
Right.
Have you ever tried penis? It's like, I don't need to know.
No.
Like, that doesn't make sense. Make it make sense.
But that's the world that we live in, especially living in the South.
It's rapidly changing.
It is. I feel like with the new generation that's coming up, it's very like okay, you're gay. Okay, the sun's yellow sometimes.
Sometimes the sky is blue.
The sky. Maybe I should have said the sky is blue, but sometimes it's blue. Sometimes it's gray. Anyway, next question. What was your last major purchase?
Last major purchase was probably my husband bought a house in April, but I'm gonna claim that it's my house.
I mean,
we bought a house in Memphis.
It is your house.
So that was my last big, probably last for a long time purchase.
Yeah. House is pretty big.
Maybe.
Purchase.
Yeah.
Let's see. My last major purchase. I'm trying to think. I was going through my Venmo. And so my deal in my relationship is that I was like, I'm going to take care of the yard work, blah, blah, blah. And in my Venmo, it reminded me that I paid $475 for the lawn and yard to be revamped. So yeah, that was my gift to my husband.
Damn, why does it have to remind you though?
I'm sorry. It reminded me right before my friend got here, so.
It was like, a month ago you spent.
Yeah, it literally, my Venmo was like, by the way, you spent this chunk of money on your lawn when I could have been buying a bag. But anyway, next question. Here we go. What's your thoughts on non-queer actors playing queer people? I say this because Selena Gomez just got cast as a lesbian mountain climber. How do you feel about that?
I don't know how someone could. About to choke. Ooh, that went down the wrong way. Roll it back. Okay, let me take a drink. Okay, for a straight person to try to portray someone who is queer, I feel like it is just, there's no way for there to be an accurate depiction of what our lives are like, because we all experience life in very different ways in the first place. But if you've never had to combat any of our struggles or the just day-to-day stuff that we deal with, I don't feel like you can go and act like, oh yeah, like this is what's happened to me. And you can be an actor and like portray heartbreak if you've never been heartbroken, or you can portray losing a child if you've never lost a child, or stuff like that. But on a certain sense, like, queerness is a part of your identity, and I feel like you can't fake identity. You can fake heartbreak. Yeah. Because it's just like a human emotion. Queerness isn't an emotion, it's just like who we are. Yeah. I feel like that's the equivalent of like how sometimes they'll pick like Hispanic people to portray Native people. Yeah. Or casting light-skinned people in roles that were meant to be for dark-skinned people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if it's based on a book or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, like, you tried, but it's not actually getting the point across effectively.
Yeah, I agree. And you brought up something. You know the actress that played in Guardians of the Galaxy,
The
the green
pretty
girl.
girl,
The green girl.
I think.
I don't think my baby watches a lot of superhero movies.
I don't like movies.
But anyway, so Zoe Saldana.
I know that name. She's hot as fuck.
It's okay, we're college students. Okay. I love how she looked at the camera like, ugh. But anyway, she played a dark-skinned woman, and they had to paint her as a darker complexion woman. And,
wildly inappropriate.
And she literally, I mean, after making the movie, she apologized. But it's also like, why didn't you let somebody else that has the complexion but also feels the weight of having that skin, you know? So I definitely was like, Zoe, because she also in other movies she plays like a Latina woman, but doesn't portray like being a black woman sometimes. So sometimes that's a problem for me.
I didn't watch Guardians of the Galaxy because Chris Pratt is canceled.
Isn't he?
Because he has become like a born again Christian or whatever. And I loved him in Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
But then like I found out he's super evangelical and supports this specific church that supports what is the therapy?
Conversion?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
I
he
didn't
was
know
all
that.
about it. He was like, that's where he like ties his money to, and it's like, okay, it's cool to have like your religion, but it's also like, okay, let's see where your money's going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what is it supporting? Because it's like giving roots to like super evil things. Like,
Yeah.
don't be gay no more.
Like when he has a ton of gay fans, and he basically is supporting a cult.